everyone, and welcome back to this Friday's episode of Just Another Year Chicago. I just dropped something. I don't know what I dropped, but I dropped something. And welcome back. It's Friday. It's week 14. Bears, Packers, the best rivalry in all of sports, in our opinion. There's no one even close. And if there is, sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. But this is the most important game of the season, as we always say. We say it every week. We really mean it this time. This is literally it. Bears lose this game, they're done for the season. If Bears win this game, they're still alive somehow, even though the Vikings lost or win yesterday really put a hurt on the Bears. So the Bears head up north to take on those other guys that are up north over there. And I really hope this is the last time that the Bears play Aaron Rodgers.
See, I understand the take, but you know what? I don't hope it's the last time. I hope he plays 10 more years, but I hope that we beat him twice a year for those 10 years until he retires. Chicago's we got to start having a little more pride in, this rivalry, our city. Every year we just give up before the season even starts. And I'm guilty of it too. You look at the schedule, you're going down, wins, losses. It's like, okay, yep, 2 losses, Green Bay. We got to, I know they're gonna probably beat us, but why does that matter? Why does that matter, Nick? It doesn't matter. What happened to that Lovie Smith mentality beat Green Bay? That's why he came here. He came here to beat Green Bay, not to win 8 games and barely make the 7th seed that just got created. This is Chicago, man. It's one of the toughest cities in the world. Let's start acting like it. What do you think?
Lovie Smith was, I think at one point he was 6-1 against Green Bay. And then
6-1 against Brett Favre specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, specifically against Brett Favre, but Aaron Rodgers
1-7 against Aaron Rodgers. I know. Yeah.
But
that's why it makes it tough. But we got to have a little pride, right? Just this time, maybe.
Before we kick in that pride, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Stupid Car Tray, really quickly. 40% off your entire order right now, off the entire website. Go order now. Let's just talk about sports. Sorry, Stupid Car Tray. Anyway, I think that Lovie Smith should have never been let go of. He had it all figured. He always beat Detroit. He always kept it close with Minnesota, especially the Adrian Peterson. I'm moving this so I can see you guys. Adrian Peterson prime years of the Vikings. And then he always beat Brett Favre. That was what Lovie Smith first said when he walked into Chicago, that Lovie Smith, I don't really say much. I let my actions speak louder than my words. He said, here's what we're here to do. We're here to beat Green Bay. Boom. You sold me. Matt Nagy walks in. I worked for Andy Reid. Get the hell out of here, man. He is at one win. He is one win over the Green Bay Packers in the last almost 4. This is the 4th year. Tony. Well, we got a guy.
Start with the Matt Nagy topic.
Let's just start with the Matt Nagy topic. Matt Nagy is 1-6 all time against the Green Bay Packers. And the Bears this upcoming Sunday are missing Khalil Mack. They're missing Akiem Hicks. They don't have a cornerback 2 figured out. Their offensive line is questionable. But I think that if we can win this game, we still fire him. That's what I saw that you have that written down, Tony. But I think that he's canned after this year, no matter what. And I know a lot of people are like, if Matt Nagy somehow sneaks into the playoffs, he's staying. No, he's gone. And it's the Green Bay Packers record. If it's even 2-6 all time, that's just going to kill him. And the McCaskies are like, this is embarrassing. The Bears had, before 2008, they had a 14-game advantage in the win column. 14-game advantage. Put that into perspective. Over the Green Bay Packers. They are now 4 games behind them in the win category. Unacceptable. It's just completely unacceptable for the Chicago Bears. Tony, if Matt Nagy, again, is 1-6 all time against Green Bay, what are you expecting to see him come out and do against the Packers one last time?
Yeah. So, like you said, even if he wins this game, still fire him. But I will say, if he wins, I won't be, kicking him out the door as he leaves as much. It'll definitely be we appreciate you at least coming out with a little fire, a little passion, at the very least pretending he cares. And even if it's just for a resume builder down the road, it's like, hey, I still beat Aaron Rodgers at the end of the year with the rookie quarterback, just so we can tell whatever, D2 college he goes to next to coach. That's fine. As long as the ends justify the means, I'm fine with it. But I've said it before, that Lovie Smith beat Green Bay. That's just the mentality you got to have coming into this game. It means, obviously we're still alive for the season. That's cool. But it just shows that we have pride as an organization. And I'll get into kind of what I expect from Justin Fields and what I want to see from him in the next topic here. But yeah, Matt Nagy, just pull out all the trick plays, use some deception. Don't get too cute though. None of the wild card with Monty on 4th and 1. No wasting timeouts because you're an idiot. Just, no, he will. To the 28. I know he will. And that's what sucks. But go back to that 2018 Matt Nagy,
Well, he's going. Well, I miss Vic Fangio. That's 2018 right there. No, I think like the thing with Matt Nagy to me in regards to this Bears-Packers rivalry is he's never cared enough. He's never cared. He's never been in press conferences going like, we're going to kick the shit out of the Green Bay Packers. We're going to make sure Aaron Rodgers is on his ass like 15 times a game. Matt Nagy, yeah, we're going to go out there. We're going to be the best team that we can be. No, shut up. Like, go out there and kick some ass. Like, it's just so infuriating as a Bears fan about how long this has been going on for now. And, of course, when we start getting into, caring and being a Bears fan, we're only experiencing losing to the Packers. And that's what the Packers dealt with for 2 decades with Brett Favre as well, by the way. And then Aaron Rodgers come in, the boogeyman, and he's like, nope, Aaron Rodgers had the right message in regards to this rivalry. He wants to beat the Bears every single time. And that's what our guy, Justin Fields, needs to get walking in. So I know we kind of talked about it last time. Justin Fields, he had a touchdown and interception. He had 175 yards or 179 yards passing against the Packers when we played them at home a few weeks back. But the thing is that Justin Fields today needs to on Sunday, needs to walk into Lambeau Field, look around and be like, I'm here to make this place my bitch. Like, he just needs to walk in there with the baddest mentality, like good, like a total badass, and just walk into Lambeau Field and be like, I'm going to do everything I can to break every single heart in this stadium. So much history here. So many times the Bears and Packers have played each other. I'm here to bring back that mentality and do what the Bears did when they shocked the Packers on Green Bay on Brett Favre night. Do that again. And like, say I own you to Aaron Rodgers. Just do something to tick off Packers fans. They're already in the playoffs. Like, what else do you want? Justin Fields needs to go in there and set the tone. And that would make him a Bears legend starting Sunday night if he walks in there and beats the Green Bay Packers.
I completely agree. And I mean, wearing the jersey right now, Justin Fields jersey, he's no stranger to those rivalries that mean more than your season. So, I mean, I know these are very meatball takes by us being like, oh, we just have to beat the Packers when we're 4-8, whatever we are coming into this. But it does mean something. And that's what sports is all about. At the end of the day, this is all entertainment. It's a game. And it's important. You just want to beat the guy across from you, especially the guy that maybe you grew up down the street from, whatever it is. That's kind of how it is with the Packers. And it is nice. Justin Fields kind of knows what it's like to play in a rivalry that means more than, like I said, more than the name on the back of the jersey, more than anything, that Ohio State-Michigan rivalry. So I know people are a little nervous about him playing, and it's understandable. I was talking to a big Bears writer. He was leaning towards kind of, his opinion was holding Fields out for kind of like almost confidence purposes, because we know what Green Bay
I'm in that boat. Full disclaimer. It's not me. It's not me, by the way.
It's not Nick. I do get it. I really do. Lambeau Field is where Bears quarterbacks' dreams go to die at times. However, if we start kind of doing this where we hold Fields out of every game where the Bears are bad and we think he's going to lose and get hurt, he may never play another snap for the Chicago Bears, So right. That's where, we drafted this guy to play football, and I think he agrees with that. He wants to be out there. He has that. It seems like he has that mentality. I'm not in the locker room. I guess I don't know. And so this is kind of where my expectations are. He doesn't have to win this game. I want him to win this game. I know I said that whole pride thing, but I understand that we are not exactly built for success at the moment. Just show you can make the right reads. Show you can make those right decisions, that you can handle the pressure of playing Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay on Sunday Night Football in a game that really doesn't mean that much for the Bears season, like win total, like, playoff wise and stuff, but it is still
we're at 1% right now. Like it doesn't
going
mean
forward, whether it is a playoff game, not necessarily against Green Bay, whatever it is, just you can handle that pressure. You can step up in the big time moments. Big time players make big time plays in big time games. Every rep matters. that's my mentality for this game, Nick. I don't know if you agree, disagree, or just kind of.
Let me ask you this. So I kind of started thinking about this as you said, like Sunday Night Football, like intense prime time. If Justin Fields and the Bears play a game like they did against the Pittsburgh Steelers, like score wise, the intensity, no bad officiating. Let's just throw that out there. If the Bears lose, but the game was played like that, I would be so happy. I would get on here and be like, I think the Bears won the morale. They won the future. They won in a lot of different ways. They might have lost the game. The season might be over, but also Matt Nagy's out the door. Justin Fields showed Packers fans that I'm here to make your life hell the next 15 to 20 years. And that's what he should be doing. He should be putting that in. Detroit fans are already like, I don't know what to do. Minnesota, we played twice, but this is Justin Fields' chance to really do something. So that's all I have to say in regards to that. But I think that's going to be a good game overall. I think that it is going to be a good game. I think Justin Fields, it's his first game back. He's obviously itching to get out there and do something on the field. So just a few quick injury updates that I just want to bring to your guys' attention. These are also from Thursday, by the way. Just want to keep that out there. Friday's injury report has not been released yet, but we can't tell you who is going to be out most likely. Most likely, what's going to carry Cassius Marsh is not going to play. Angelo Blackson has been dealing with a knee injury. And, one that is kind of shocking Bears fans is Akiem Hicks is limited. He's been limited all week. So there's a good chance he never misses Bears-Packers games. Like, he loves just playing the Packers and just ripping them up. But it looks like, did not participate. Mario Edwards Jr. looks like he'll be back. Marquise Goodwin might not be back again against the Packers. So just want to throw that out there. And then Andy Dalton also is going to be out against the Packers with an injury to his non-throwing arm, hand, not arm. I said arm last time. Oh,
it's out.
It's out.
Breaking news, everyone.
Breaking news on the episode. All right. So Marquise Goodwin is doubtful, but Mario Edwards Jr. is questionable. Akiem Hicks is questionable this upcoming Sunday. So that's good. Allen Robinson is in versus the Green Bay Packers. Damian Williams is in versus the Green Bay Packers. Justin Fields is in versus the Green Bay Packers. Cairo Santos, who's been dealing with illness, will be playing this upcoming Sunday. Jamie Graham will be in, and David Montgomery will also be in. So the Bears are the whole roster. The band is back, minus Khalil Mack. The band is back. But if Akiem Hicks plays, don't expect him to play a lot. He's just too banged up. But what good timing. Thanks to Paris PR. They knew something was going on.
It's kind of wild too, because like, if you look at that injury report, especially at the start of the week, you got 5 DNPs, a bunch of limiteds. And then all of a sudden it's Cassius Marsh, who, don't get me wrong, he had that 6 sack, of course, obviously that penalty and stuff. Not exactly crying in my soup that he isn't playing. Not really going to change the game. It does suck that Marquise Goodwin's out. He's been a good weapon. And then Andy Dalton, that's just Justin Fields, Andy Dalton. It's not like,
who would you rather have in?
Montgomery being out. What?
Who would you rather have in?
Justin
Who would you
Fields.
rather? No. You don't have Justin Fields in the situation. You have Nick Foles or Andy Dalton.
Oh, Andy Dalton. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. If we're going to do that, then Andy Dalton for sure with Nick Foles. Nick Foles I don't think he wants to be here. I think he
just likes getting his $10 million paycheck.
Yeah. And I don't blame him. I think he was probably, I don't know about promised something, but at least been like, hey, of course. Yeah. You'll be active for all the games. You'll get a little playing time. He's been a healthy scratch for like 90% of the game. So, but yeah, definitely rather have Andy Dalton there.
One more thing I want to say before we go into our 3 keys of the game, Tony, and you have this written down, is the captains for this week.
Yes.
And that is David Montgomery, the Roquan Smith, and DeAndre Houston Carson. I like that Matt Nagy listened to the media, especially like Brad Biggs and Lance Briggs and the guy and Cap and all those other guys, and said the only people that deserve recognition on this team right now is Roquan Smith and David Montgomery and DeAndre Houston Carson, respectfully, in regards to special teams. So what does Matt Nagy do? He throws out all the guys that deserve to be out there and should be the captains every single game, because they're the guys that play with the most heart and actually fight for this team.
The only other guys I would have accepted out there are Pat O'Donnell and Patrick Scales too, because those guys might be the most, besides maybe Roquan, might be the most consistent, players on this. They probably have the most like net yards, combined as a group.
I just love that
quarterbacks and receivers.
I love that Patrick Scales makes like $200,000 a year, and he's just like the funny guy on the team. Like
he does play a lot, though. I will say that he
has to.
I know he's snapping those long snap punts like constantly. So he's definitely earning his money. But yeah, no, that's got to be a good life, I will say.
You got, and then he gets all these incentives like perfect spiral, 10 grand or like something like that. So Tony, let's go into 3 keys to the game. I see that you got it. Some of those captains are pretty important in your 3 keys to the game.
That's a great observation there. So my first key to the game, I decided not to include my the one that I've been saying over and over about the tight ends because Cole Kmet kind of killed that last week. I mean, throw it to the tight ends, but I'll change it up this week. So my first one is run the ball. Run the ball. You got to establish a run game, which helps Justin Fields. It opens up what I'll talk about in a second here with kind of moving him around. But Monty's a captain. So, okay, I wrote this before the injury report was out. He's a captain, so it sounds like he's active. I was right, not the flex. So that being said, it's important to mix in Khalil Herbert, though, still. I know we say that
and Damian Williams.
Too. And Damian Williams, I guess, too. Yeah, he's finally probably going to play. Maybe he's going to be a healthy scratch. Who knows? But he should play. But not only does that keep Monty fresh, it's just a good change of pace. There's no reason to not use your weapons. I know we say that every week too, but it has to be said constantly. Number 2 is let Justin move around. I know there's a lot of specific stuff that we can say about, run these specific routes, something to help Justin Fields out, but just let him move around. Let him make plays. He is a playmaker. Let him make plays, sprint outs, play action boots, whatever it takes. Don't let Justin Fields be a sitting duck in the pocket. We know that Packers defense is pretty good this year. I will say, as much as it hurts to say and as weird as it is, but we've seen even in the past when they're not very good, like when it was against Mitch, they are really, really dialing it up to confuse the rookie, the younger guys, especially when they're playing the Bears and they know they can embarrass us a little extra. They're going to try to rattle the rookie QB. So play to his strengths, let him move around, let him make plays. And my third and final key, and this one is it's a little, I don't know what the right word is, subjective, I guess. Become one with the cold. It's going to be around 30 degrees for kickoff. It's going to be right below freezing. We are just going to miss the snow. I think the snow ends on Saturday. But we have heard a lot of that talk since the Monday night game between the Patriots and the Bills about cold weather football. Kurt Warner talked about the time they had to go to New England and play against the Patriots. The coaches in the press box audibly cheered watching the Cardinals huddle around the heater because they knew they had won the game instantly they did. The Patriots blew out like 40-7. They lost before that game even started, before they even warmed up figuratively or literally. So no sleeves, no complaining, just hit hard, make him feel it, make Aaron Rodgers feel that hit a little harder. It'll be cold. I know he, for some reason, gets better in the cold, but this is Chicago. This is bear weather, baby. We got to make it count and get after the quarterback. I know you're going to talk about that a little bit.
I like that. I like that little push in for me. So I think the one thing that's going to be a really big difference in this game is Robert Quinn versus Aaron Rodgers. If you can get after Aaron Rodgers, who's dealing with that, foot injury where he literally put his foot up to the camera and said, look, I've broken my pinky toe. Like, I think that if Robert Quinn can get after Aaron Rodgers, make him nervous to, put weight on that foot, just overall to make him nervous. Robert Quinn is one of the biggest badasses on the field right now. He played with no gloves again last week at Soldier Field against the Cardinals and is just throwing guys around like rag dolls. Let him do it again. Get to Aaron Rodgers, make some pressure, and also give Travis Gibson the opportunity to also get after Aaron Rodgers and have that feeling of being like, hey, we're like, remember when Step Brothers, when they get up to go to the interview and they're like, oh, we'll be interviewing together and we're here to mess stuff up. Like, I'm just saying, I can't say the other word because there are kids that watch this show. So overall, I think that's my number 1. My number 2 is that the secondary has to steal the ball from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the boogeyman in regards to, touchdown to interception ratio. If you get in his head for a quarter about interceptions or anything, he's going to be like, what do I do? So just go out there, steal a couple footballs from the air, even swat them. I don't care as long as they're incomplete. Because if Aaron Rodgers is not getting it to Devontae Adams or Randall Cobb or anybody, Aaron Rodgers is powerless. All I got to say.
Randall Cobb, who will be out, which is kind of awesome for the Bears because he's been our silent killer every time he's been on the Packers. So annoying. So that's another guy we don't have to worry about, which is nice.
And then finally, I know you kind of hit on it, but Justin Fields, switch plays at the line. Go against your head coach. He's not going to be here much longer anyway. He's not going to be your head coach next year. Start getting used to being in charge of the game. Game management is going to be key for this one. And I'm just going to put in an honorary run. Cairo Santos is going to be a huge part of this game. If the Bears score. Like, I don't care if they're in the red zone and we're on the 19 and like, if Green Bay's not scoring, which you never know any given Sunday, just get 3 points. Just get points. Points help you win games. Bang, bang, boom. Math is crazy. So I had 3.5, I guess you could say, for my keys to the game. But Tony, score prediction before we close out.
Well, I think this is obvious. I think we all see it coming. We know exactly what's going to happen in this game. Bears win 31-24. They make a statement. Justin Fields balls out. This is his coming out party. He kills Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back next year because he's so embarrassed losing the Bears on Sunday night, prime time at Lambeau Field.
I'm just going to say just win. That's all I got to say. Short and sweet, but that's how we keep it. So with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody, joined alongside my good friend and co-host Tony Sapito, and we will see you guys next time.